do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option, use your rain and thunder. Baby, I wonder, put your sweats on for me. Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. Talking late night for you. Let me lay that time on you. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. I want it all night. Say it. I want it all night. I want it all night. Say it. I want it all night. Hello, stranger. Things been waiting. Just as I recall that ass is still amazing. Say it, baby. Love it, you know I'm crazy. So go ahead and drink it up. I'm so glad we got to link up. It's taking that off me. Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. Talking late night for you. Let me lay that time on you. Don't make me wait, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. 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 I want it all night. Say it. I want it all night. I want it all night. Say it. I want it all night. Pick up the phone, show me it's real. Pick up the phone, show me it's real. Pick up the phone, show me it's real. Pick up the phone. Yeah. I mean, where the fuck should I?
Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's having a great day. Today, I wanted us to get together to discuss this guy, Frank James, this NYC Subway shooter. And yeah, let's discuss it because this is crazy, right? Hold on one second. But yeah, this is terrible what he did yesterday. I'm sure you're all aware of what happened by now. But I know yesterday he was considered like a person of interest, but now he's been upgraded to an actual suspect. And what's interesting, he has a YouTube channel. I'm going to show y'all, and he seems very deranged. He's criticizing like the New York City mayor. What's the new Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown? I mean, he's Brown Jackson. He just got something to say negative about everybody. So let me see what y'all are saying. Hey, just chilling. Good to see you. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. Hey, always leveling up. You said, I can't wait till Black men talk themselves out of their only source of prominent income. They're well on their way. So we should just clap, give Kevin Samuels a round of applause. This is your audience, Kevin Samuels. This guy, Frank James, this is your core audience, okay? Yeah, how high value they are now. These people are deranged. Even Cam Newton. What is the hell is going on? But that'll be, we might need to discuss that at a later time. But let me share my screen. So I just want to show y'all some articles I found that I thought were interesting. Because like YouTube is huge, right? Billions of people use YouTube every day. So it's so much, like, discover a new channel so easily. Hey, the illustrator. Good to see all of y'all today. Hope you're having a good day. It's the first warmest. How would I say that? It's really warm here today. I'm so excited 'cause it's been really cold. So I'm so excited to have some spring-like weather. I've been wearing coats, so it's nice to be able to take the coat off. Okay, so this is let's say pix11.com, the New York, I guess it's the New York news site, something like that. Damn ads. But look at this dude, like this is Kevin's audience that's talking about they so high value, okay? This is your, and this is terrible what he did. So I'm not making light of what happened yesterday, but it's just like these people are just have so much pain to give and they just want to hurt others. That just innocent people going about their day, probably going to work, school, wherever. It's just sad. And honestly, I've never been to New York. I'm terrified because there's always something going on there. I mean, I know crime is everywhere, but I'm kind of terrified to visit New York. I'm gonna be honest. I really am. Okay, so this is a 62-year-old man where 10 people were shot and another 13 were injured on an N train in Sunset Park yesterday morning, right? So his name was linked to a U-Haul van that saw in connection with the attack. A key was left behind at the scene of the shooting. Police connected that to a U-Haul with Arizona plates, which they later located in Brooklyn. So he rented the U-Haul. So the NYPD chief of detectives wants to know if he has any connection to the train. So since he's a suspect now, I imagine that they have connected those dots. Okay, here it says it right here. So it says James was now considered a suspect based on new information that's become available to the team. So they think that he acted alone, and the mayor urged anyone who may have come into contact with James to call the police, but added that no one should engage or interact with him. Definitely not, because we can tell he's armed and dangerous. Okay. And then they say there were some concerning social media posts police believe may be connected to James. NYPD Commissioner Sewell said on Tuesday. They mentioned homelessness and New York City Mayor Eric Adams. Security for the mayor. Oh yeah, the mayor has COVID right now. Okay, Rona, pandemonium. Get well soon. And so Frank James said this nation was born in violence, is kept alive by violence or the threat thereof, and is going to die a violent death. There's nothing going to stop that. I'm assuming that was his contribution to that. So it says rambling, profanity filled YouTube videos apparently posted by James, a black man, are replete with violent language and bigoted comments, some against other black people. In one video posted the day before the attack, he criticizes crime against black people and says drastic action is needed. Wow. He says you got kids going in here now taking machine guns and mowing down innocent people. It's not going to get better until we make it better, he said, adding that he thought things would only change if certain people were stomped, kicked, or tortured out of their comfort zone. That's terrible to say. He posted several videos mentioning New York subways. And then a video he posted in February says the mayor and governor's plan to address homelessness and safety in the subway system is doomed for failure and refers to himself as a victim of the city's mental health programs. And on January 25th, he posted a video criticizing Mayor Adams' plan to end gun violence. So he has addresses in Wisconsin and Philadelphia. He rented the U-Haul in Philadelphia. And at the scene of the attack, officers recovered a 9mm semi-automatic weapon and a hatchet. Oh my goodness. They found a liquid believed to be gasoline and a bag with commercial grade fireworks inside. All right. So, oh, he's 5'5". All right, he got the makings of one of them incels. He's 5 foot. I'm just, yeah. I'm sorry. That doesn't mean men that are short behave like him. Obviously, I'm sorry. This is a serious matter. All right. So he at the scene he had on a gas mask and a construction vest. Wow. So let me see what y'all saying, but that's just like crazy. Oh Lord. Okay, come on, moms. Come on. Yeah, I saw Obsidian last night. I didn't watch all of it, but he was talking about basically black women are not attractive enough for high value men, basically, just to paraphrase. Take a sip of my tea. Shalom, Mike. Good to see you. Welcome. Just say, ain't surprised he a kitten. Shit like this gonna make the feds look deeper into incest. Man, you ain't lying. This is just another reason why they're looking at these people. These people are mentally unstable. They get up here, say the most ridiculous things because any of us with a mic, a laptop like mine, I probably should buy an external mic. I'm using my desktop. But anybody can come up here and make videos, right? It's free. But that mm-mm. Just says, bet your Sweetum scammers wish he never got on the D list now. I know, right? And you saw, well, I don't know if y'all saw, he was up there with his little dream team lead attorney, that little lame ass Dennis Sperling. And what's the other dude? Oh, MTR. See, he didn't even think about Obsidian. Obsidian not tall enough, I guess. Not tall enough to hang out with him. Mike Joseph says on 36th Street, family equal 666. This is Satan attack to distract us, y'all's people, to bring fear onto us, redirecting the whole thing onto Israel again, but it won't work, family. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. What's up, no name game fame day? Good to see you. You said Kevin Samuels will post his bill. He better. Which I don't know if y'all content creators, let us know in chat. I know no name game fame name is. I really like your channel. I really do. Just okay, you just welcoming him. Mike Joseph says New York itself needs a redo all over. That place riddled with demonic, abominable, filthy, and unspeakable demons. Yeah. Yeah. I've never been to New York. Do you live there, Mike? I'm just terrified to visit. Like I would like to see Times Square because I'm in the DMV. So, they can get on with those charter buses. I think under $100 take you. I would just go to Times Square and come right back. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see. Like, I don't want to ride no subway, none of that. The illustrator says, I think that this was a psyop false flag drill. The narrative being painted is that there was a drill the night before where there were manhole explosions a few blocks away from the initial 36. Oh, wow. Wow, that's crazy. I noticed even a lot of the things that we see in movies always occur in New York, kind of things that we see in a film and then it occurs in real life. Just said one thing the incel sphere guarantees is up shorty and gonna shed tears even then. Yeah, I mean, like, I just really confused by the manosphere. They tell us, first of all, I don't like how they call women females. We're women. Like, maybe I'm silly, but why can't they just say women? Maybe that's being petty. Okay. Then they said women not attractive. The women just have children. You can't win with these guys. You can't win if you don't have children. Oh, they have a degree. They have a career. They're unsuitable. You got NFL players now saying the same foolery. Mike says they are attempting to paint us in a certain way, family. And the other day I had a dream similar as I was walking through an alleyway where folks on the side were literally throwing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I take the metro here. I mean, I never have any issues, but it's something to think about. I always pray. I always ask the Most High to keep me safe and protected before I leave out the house. That's for sure because people are unhinged. I was talking to I have a teenager, and her friend works at Starbucks, and she cries every day for work. I said, I just told her to tell a friend that no, there's abundance of opportunities. You don't stay at a job you hate because the people are so rude and like aggressive at a Starbucks. So people just seem to be unhinged more than before. Mike Joseph says, but it was as if I didn't want these colors on me. Wow, that's interesting, Mike. Yeah, I just wish they would say that always loving her. Like we're women. When we say men, like I don't say males or nakers, none of that foolishness. I say men. Good to see you, Black Male Advice TV. You said the shooter's a YouTuber. Shocking. Shocking, right? UK Kev, New York has been attacked a one at times in movies. Yeah, it's interesting. Like they always wasn't it famous? Someone did some kind of simulation there in the subway system. Was that what y'all was just referencing? Like Joseph said, no, never been, but I've heard even the same demons that are part of the whole process leaves because it's gotten too much for the family. They be down here. Oh, you're in Florida. Okay, yeah, Florida. Okay. You say he's serious. Aren't you? You're in NYC Black Male Advice TV. I think you are. No name says Kevin Samuels coming out with those Gucci jumpsuits for himself. Yep, yep. And I'm gonna show y'all his channel. Because yeah, they let me find the link here. And it's interesting. Listen to what he says, because it's like it's not like he's concerned about, oh well, maybe Kevin helping people improve their relationships. Let's see what he's talking about on his channel. Because and the dude can't spell. I'll just be petty like that. Like just I know we human, but he can't spell it. So this is the guy Frank James's YouTube channel. It's called Prophet of Truth 88. Okay, so he has a nice size following. And of course it's grown since, they let us know that he has a channel. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me get something. There was something else I wanted to show y'all. But I guess I'll do that after the video.
I'm gonna tell you from the jump. This is a jumping on the bandwagon video. I'm just jumping.
And again, this is Frank James speaking.
Jumping on the bandwagon. The Kevin Samuels bandwagon. Everybody's making videos about this guy, so I think why not? Let me throw my 2 cents in. And I'm calling this video "Female Whisperer." You heard the horse whisperer? Well, Kevin Samuel is the female whisperer, or more correctly said, the black female whisperer. For real, man. I watched this guy work, and I'm really in awe of this cat. The way he takes control, and the way I don't know how to say this shit. I've never heard anybody on YouTube that I know of be able to shut a black female down and make her stop talking and then explain to her why she is the way she is and say it in a way that's really kind of I'm like, damn. And they're listening to this guy. I'm in shock. Now I'm old, this is just my observations now. But he's not really that much younger than me. He's only 10 years younger. He's like 52. I'm 62, so we're not that far out in age-wise, but young black women listen to this guy. He's got over 1 million subs. He gets over like 100,000 views per video. This is what everybody's talking about. A lot of things are jealous, like Tommy Sotomayor, of course. It's jealousy. Else you when we talk about the guy. He talking about the guy. Oh, the guy this. She said everything about the guy that's negative. I don't care. There's no way I'm going to be nowhere near his what he has. No, I'm not trying to be. But just to listen to him really break down his idea of how black women are, the way they are, and really just he just takes command of these women, and it's all inspiring. I've never seen that happen in my life. And a lot of shit he says kind of it's sort of derogatory, you know.
I'm gonna pause it there for a moment, but to me, it seems like he likes that the Kevin Samuels tell women they average at best and they're gonna die alone, and they are four, and they just kind of cute, and they a big Shirley. It sounds like that's what he likes to me. What do y'all think? Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's I don't know. It's okay. So I'll be checking it out. You say you dropped the video. Thank you for King Crew. Yeah, his Kid and Crew MTR line. I don't know if he had cancer. Whatever. Sweetum scamming, black female whisperer. Yeah, it just seems like he likes that. And welcome UKK. I don't know if I told you hello or not, but seems like he likes because Kevin talks to women he's just very rude and nasty for no reason. Like no reason at all. But let's continue.
So it's sort of, you think they would try to, push back against us, but they don't. They're almost like as meek as lambs in this guy's hands. But then if you look at his platform, I've never seen a black, now this probably has been, but I've never seen a black YouTuber present themselves, this image that he has of himself, the way that he does. Because he's almost like, like a preacher. He can be a preacher, an analyst. He looks, because he always dressed professionally, always suit and tie, dressed to the nines, immaculate background scene of his apartment. He has a little drink in his hand. And so it's like almost like he's a father confessed to these women. He's almost like a goddamn priest to these women. He can do it's amazing. It's just fucking amazing. I had just watching this guy work. Now listen to talk, and of course, I find there's a lot of holes in what he's saying, a lot of problems with what he's saying, as far as, from my standpoint. But I mean, it is what it is. Women are attracted to him. They're attracted to the fact that he was once in corporate America, and that he is this term he uses, a high value guy, which means he makes a lot of money, and he lives a nice life. And this is what they want. This is what they're after. Let's just be for real. I mean, however I feel or whatever you feel about it doesn't matter. It is what it is. Like I said, we're falling from a high place. I'm saying, hey, we're falling. That's not going to stop us from falling. What's going to stop us from falling? The fucking ground. And so I don't have these. More power to the guy. I hope he gets 1 billion fucking subscribers and 1 billion views. I'm not tripping off none of that shit. That's some other cats. They're in their feelings about him. Oh wow, why they listen to him? They don't listen to me. I don't know. You gotta ask them. Ask them females to listen to him. Don't listen to you. I don't know why they listen to him. He's saying something right. But for him to be able to cut a black female off in mid-speech, that is miraculous. That is nothing short of a miracle. It's amazing. It's just fucking amazing. And we will keep.
Okay, so wow, this guy is clearly a weirdo. I mean, he says Kevin Samuels is able to shut women down, put women in their place, tell them how undeserving, how unworthy they are, how they're average, how they don't deserve a high value man. Why would a high value man get with them? Or like we talked about the other day about him. Basically, it seemed like he want the mothers to allow their husbands and boyfriends to just run through the family, even the children. Like, to me, that was predatory. That was inappropriate. That was like, why would you say something? So to me, that's insight into his soul, what he thinks is appropriate. Like this guy, I really believe Kevin Samuels is a demon, or I think he's horrible. I think he's horrible. He's a horrible influence. While there's some people may find him entertaining, a lot of people, like this dude, is influenced by this guy. They take him seriously. They hang on to his every word. They really do. And it's sad.
I mean, this is his time to shine. But like most YouTubers, he'll have his how you say this shit? How do you say this shit? I can't think of it. He'll reach his peak. He'll get he'll be up there. He'll fade away like all the rest of them have. He's a thing today, but tomorrow he'll be something in the past. But he has come up with a gimmick. I don't know. I don't want to call it a gimmick, but that's basically what you call a gimmick that works when it comes to black. Because all his videos about black, he has over I don't know how many 1,000 videos, all about black females and their relationship with black men and why they can't get married and why they can't get a man and why they can't do this. This is his constant thing, and it works. It's a success. I'm not mad at the guy for being successful. Of course, I could critique the whole thing. I could give my lean on the whole thing. But this is where we are. This is where the dating age, marrying age, black female is. However I feel about it, however you feel about it, however anybody feel, this is where they are. This is the guy, obviously, that they're attracted to. This is the kind of guy that they want in their lives. A professional, corporate,
Okay, hasn't that been debunked that this motherfucker was not in no corporate America? Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do that. Hasn't that been debunked that he was not in corporate America? We know he didn't graduate college. He just paid off his child support. No Name Game, sweet Black Male Advice have a lot of those receipts too. Like a lot of this has been debunked. He is a liar. He's like a master manipulator, charlatan. Let's see what y'all saying. That's sad, boy. They stay on their knees for this dude. That's a good question. The illustrator asks, how did a 62-year-old man flee the scene after pulling off shooting and injuring 17 people in a public subway in NYC? That is really a good question. How did he do? That's a very good question. UK Kev says he insult women for entertainment. Yeah, I think he's sincere. I think he means what he says, because if you look at him and his tonality, his body language, it's like certain things, like a switch goes off of him to me. So I just think he'd be projecting. But I know some people like, oh, it's entertainment. How is it entertaining to see women made to cry and tell how horrible they are? And telling men they the prize. I mean, whatever. Mike says, okay. Okay, you talking UK kid. And all silly ran with Eric Kitten heels. Just says women is attracted to Sweetens because he a home. Yeah, he a home girl. But he thinks that women attracted to him because he put on a suit. Anybody can put on a suit. His character is very poor. He has no integrity. He has no ethics. So who cares what suit he wears? Boo, tomatoes. Always loving up. Actually, I have some for that. Let me find it. Let me find my little video.
Oh my God, corny, lame, boo, tomato, I'm throwing tomatoes.
Yeah, that. Fila, oh Lord. Said the incels in corporate America, I'm in the galaxy. Like, I don't know. The dude just projecting. I don't know. He trying to live a second childhood or not, but he need to correct himself, because he got these men. I mean, he can't control their behavior, but they are influenced by him. Put it that way. They're very influenced by him. Right, UK Kev. He's a classic fake it till you make it. Exactly. Mike Joe said YouTube should have a voice. No option. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Hey, Dale, good to see you. He said, as far as the word female, I only use it as an adjective. For example, I would say the first female president. Because, okay, understood, Dale. That's fair. Okay, I think he's almost done in his support campaign of Kevin. Let's see what else he got to say.
Money-making type cat. That dresses well, speaks well. I mean, he could be a pastor. He should really be. He should seriously think about becoming a pastor of a church. He would have a fucking mega church. I believe he would. Just based on those on YouTube. And some people have questions about different things about. Listen, that's all just sour grapes. That's all just taking shots because you're in your feelings about the fact this guy has a large viewership. To me, that's all it is. I admit, hey, listen, like I said, I say more power to him. I hope the guy gets 1 billion subscribers. Because this is what it's all about, you know. And he goes on people's play, but people just, you know, Negroes are just, what can you say? We're jacked up. We're just jacked up. But there's no other way to say this shit. And so, I mean, I had nothing negative to say about the guy. I mean, I can talk about what he talks about, you know, in my way, from my point of view, but I'm just one person with a point of view, and obviously it doesn't reflect the point of view of the larger black community, definitely the black female community. You know, this guy is what these females want.
He sounds jealous. He projects, and basically he's jealous of Kevin Samuels' YouTube success, and he's jealous because he's 5'5", and I guess he don't have a Tom Ford suit in his closet. So he seems jealous that I guess the women don't want him. That's what I'm kind of getting from this.
This is what they're obviously, a lot of black females are attracted to this kind of guy. And they want to talk to him. They want him to, it's like they want him to check them. It's like they want him to put them in their place. That's what it seems like to me. Because when they sit there and they take it, they listen, they say, stop. I'm talking. This is how he talks to him. I'm talking now. You just wait. You had your turn to talk. Now it's my turn. You got to learn how to. I'm like, what the fuck? Huh? That's a black female he's talking to? It can't be. It can't be a black female. But it is. It's fucking amazing. So I call him the black female whisperer. You know, like the horse whisperer. He's like the horse whisperer for black females. And there's a lot of black cats, a lot of black YouTubers and others that are just incensed. They're just over the top with disdain for this guy because he's so popular with dating and marrying age black females who are not in a relationship, or they're not married, or they don't have any kids. This guy gets 450,000 views, 500,000 views, 1 million subscribers. Come on, man. And so what you're going to see copycats. I guarantee you're going to see copycats of this guy. Everybody going to start wearing suits and ties and having a fly-ass background, you know, of their apartment, whatever the case may be. You just watch. And just sitting in a filtered scene, because he doesn't use a lot of lighting. His lighting is real subdued, you know.
Oh my God, this guy's an idiot. He sounds like an idiot. Anybody can make a YouTube video asking, "You want a high value man?" Like, it's all he does night after damn night. You know, to qualify for high value men. No Name Gang, Fame Gang says you got that name, boy. It's a lot. He said a lot of guys are being linked to KS, the guy who killed his ex-wife and ex. Are you talking about the guy in Maryland? He did a Facebook video talking about how tired he was. I can't think of his name, but I know you're talking about. Dale says, I got into an argument because someone thought that I should use woman as an adjective. However, I'd say male nurse instead of a man nurse. Years of report writing has been so. Okay, I get it, Dale. I get it. And I know you come from a good place. But, you know, God, people like this cat just says there's always something wrong with black people if they don't go along with the go along, anti-get along game. It's sad how other black people view us as a collective. I mean, we human, we flawed. Our people have been through a lot, but it's sad to me. Mike says what we have going in the society. Many are not thinking about this, but we have incest. Yeah, that's true. That are full of hatred, vengeance, and other people. That's kind of what I was talking about the other night with the Kevin Samuels wanting to basically saying you shouldn't believe your children if they say, like, my daddy, stepdaddy, whoever inappropriately touched me, just not believe them. And that I word is a real thing. I saw a documentary on Netflix about it. It does happen. It does happen, unfortunately. No Name says Black mental illness is real in America. They need a taste of Big Shirley. She has a prescription. But seriously, mental illness is real. And we just see time after time people that are unhealed, unresolved trauma, unresolved mental illness. Like this guy, Kevin Samuels, his cronies and followers, Young Pharaoh, what's that, Cat, Nature Boy, list goes on. We all know people in our everyday life that like you really need to address. You can't run from your issues, but most people don't want to address their issues. I feel like it should be like a mandatory thing. It really should. Then they just go out in the world trying to, go off on people that work at, the fast food service workers, people making their coffee, just ticked off at the world. It's sad. Dale says, I don't know. I don't like to take personal accountability from people. I don't like saying this. Yeah, that's true. Of course, this guy, Frank James, is, what's his damn name? Frank James, some shit, is accountable for his actions. Absolutely. But I do think, I do believe that Kevin Samuels and a lot of these Manosphere people, what they call them, red pillars, the MGTOWs, save yourself, Black men, true force loneliness, whoever, they're having a negative influence on people. What's that scripture about? I have to find it, but basically like guarding your heart, being mindful of the kind of content and things you listen to. If you listen to every day someone saying how horrible Black women are, how Black women are not worth anything but just to, skeet in and go about your business. Like that's all a lot of these spaces do, say how horrible Black women are, how good of a catch Black men are, how most Black men don't have kids. Like, where's that statistic coming from that over almost 60% Black men don't have children? I don't believe that. I really don't. Like Joseph said, research incident. Okay. Wow. Okay. Oh, really, Ringo? It was terminated? Okay. I figured it would be taken down. That's why I said, let me hurry up and do this, especially I have some downtime right now. Wow. So that's definitely him then. The illustrator says, how do you get validation as a high value man from other men, not the woman? That's a good question. And that's a good question. I just the way he operates, it just seems so evil. I'm talking about Kevin saying just evil. Yeah. He's irresponsible with his words, especially with the following that he has. He's irresponsible. Because all these men, like literally, you could read like forums, women talk about men asking. I guess maybe that's not a bad question what you bring to it. Maybe that's not that bad. I'm like, I've never been asked that before, but just a lot of the way they operate, they're being influenced by guys like this. And he's supposed to be a Christian, he's supposed to, but the way he operates, I can't tell. So Mike just said, listen to this guy makes me cringe. Seriously. Yeah, it is cringy. And he's like, y'all hear the delight in his voice, the happiness, the glee. He's so happy to see Kevin Samuels put a Black woman in her place. Tell her you average at best. The lady, she had a lot of children. She was a young woman. She was younger than 30. She had at least 4 children. And she was so devastated. He told her no one will marry her. I mean, I understand that's a lot for any man to take on, but he can't really control your destiny. That's on you. So why are you calling? I don't understand. You calling somebody to tell you who you can get. It's so stupid when you think about it. Like, yourself best. Maybe there's something you work on, what have you, but why are you calling this man? I don't understand. Let me see if it's gonna play, because I know Ringo said they just terminated the channel. Let's see.
It's like almost dark. We can just almost see him, and there's like candles.
I guess once I leave this channel, leave the video, that'll be it.
In the background, like real low lighting in the background. And the females, obviously, this is like, they eat this shit up. And again, more power to the guy. And I hope he continues to grow. I wish him more success. But I have to let him know this is YouTube. And what's popular today may not be popular tomorrow. He may be the man today. Tomorrow he may be, out of the picture. It depends on what comes along next. And if Black people's attracted to that, they're going to go for that. So I want to give my 2 cents. This is just me jumping on the bandwagon with everybody else. Giving my 2 cents on 2 cents on this meteoric rise of this YouTuber called Kevin Samuels, because he's had a YouTube channel for a long time, but it just took off. I think the last 6 months, a year, it just really took off, and it's some amazing shit. It's really amazing, and this is with black females, and again, dating, marrying age, baby having age, black females. This is what they obviously want. You see. And I can get into it. I'm not going to in this video. I just wanted to, kind of talk about my feelings on this guy and where he is in YouTube land. He's found a gimmick, I guess you can call it, or he's found a whatever style that works. And if it works for him, I guess other niggas gonna say it worked for me too. And so you're gonna see it. Mark my words, you're gonna see copycats. There's got to be 1 million subscribers. All majority females, and majority of them, single, baby, having, married. Come on, man, that's a recipe. How could you not want to use that recipe? So I'm just gonna wait and watch. They'll show up. You start seeing the copycats, of the guy. Why? Because the guy's successful. He's crazily successful. And it is what it is. Regardless, again, how I feel, anybody else feels, this is where we are in Black America. This is where the Black female's mind is. She wants a high value man to be able to take care of her, pay her bills, meet. And this is what they want. It doesn't matter what I think, anybody else thinks or feels. It does not matter. This is where they are. And where they are is not where I or anybody else wants them to be, but it is what it is. And now he's playing to that. He's going to get rich. If he plays his cards right, he could be the next fucking Eddie Long. He could be the next Creflo Dollar if he played his cards right. He's got to come, and I watch this. Watch this. I'm going to make a prediction. He's going to start doing venues. He's going to start doing venues. He's going to start, renting spaces for him to talk to Black females one-on-one. I think he already wrote a book. I'm pretty sure he did. You're going to see books. You're going to see, I guess you call it motivational speaking set tours of him going around the country speaking to large groups of Black women. If he's smart, that's what he'll do. That'll be his next move. To do live shows, for lack of a better term, to speak directly to Black females one-on-one. This, come on, man. He's poised for that. But now, will he do that? Time will tell. But he has the ability to do that, to create something.
Okay, so I think he might be right with that prediction. But he compared to Creflo Dollar, Eddie Long. I guess he could compare to Eddie Long, right, with the children thing. I could see that comparison. I'm from the A. I remember when Eddie Long Church was like the hottest thing smoking. People would have those new birth church flags on their car. Like his congregation was so bougie. They were so bougie. I just never seen no shit like that. And I remember I was getting ready for school one day. Eddie Long had on it's like this glittery shirt. I was like, I've never seen a man wearing nothing like that before, but hey, we know how that turned out. So yeah, I could see the Eddie Long comparison for sure. And it is crazy that women do pay this man pay Kevin Samuels for what he call it, consultations. Like y'all really could use that money for a therapist, a personal trainer, whatever, and give it to that fool. But hey, whatever. Dale says, yeah, the guys talking all the trash about Black women are trash themselves. One of these dudes has a collection of dolls. Oh, who is that, Dale? Who is that? You got to tell me who that is. Just as far as I'm concerned, 51% of Black men being childless is the male equivalent of a Black woman being murdered by a Black man every 5.5 hours. Yeah, both of those stats, like, where are y'all getting this stuff from? Like, where they just make up crap, seems like. No Name Game Fame Dame says, I'm going to do a video on that 51% black men don't have kids BS. I would debunk that lie. Okay, cool. I look forward to seeing that because I'm like, I just don't think that's true. And like, it's really narcissistic how Kevin props himself on a pedestal. And I think in a way, he makes men like this Frank guy feel inferior, like he make women feel inferior. Because mind you, this Frank guy is what 5'5", 62 years old. So to me, it kind of sounds like he feeling like he can't get a woman because he's not a high value man. What y'all think? Mike says, "What? Oh, he a Christian, all right. The real Christian, that is the one who crucified." Right, right. I imagine this man probably gonna take himself out. We'll see. What do y'all think? Y'all think the authorities gonna collect? I guess apprehend him alive. Dale says, yeah, he could have said it was more difficult to find someone. However, he should never say impossible. Right, because we know when you're a parent, it is more difficult to, find a life partner, spouse, whatever. But he uses the words impossible. Mhm. Yeah, I want to know who's this person with these dolls. I have not ran across them. No Name says those women are damaged and desperate. Hurt people, hurt people. Yeah, that's a good point. That's what it is. Yep. That's a great point right there. And when you are in that space of being damaged, which I guess most of us been hurt in life, but you have that desperate energy, you're attracting that negative relationship partner to you. It's going to be chaotic. You say he's a part of Planned Parenthood family with a depopulation tactic. It's saying it's he part of something. I always felt like what's that website? World Star. I always felt like he paid them for promotion. I don't know if it's true, but I always felt like that. UK Kev says KS comment section are filled with men, not women. Good point, UK Kev. And if y'all look at his comment section, I saw a woman, she was just saying, like, oh, thank you, Kevin. I'm engaged. And then the men just swarmed under her and left all these negative comments. I want y'all to go look at his comment section. He has a lot of toxic men that follow him. That's why, I'm not just saying this just to be clickbaity, whatever. He has a lot of toxic men that follow him. Anytime a woman comment, they just say horrible things to the women. And it doesn't seem like he moderates his comment. I guess it's too many, I imagine. So people just have free reign in his comment section to say and do whatever. He said, that's right, Frank. Give Sweetums that hedger and slurp. Oh boy. I wondered, was he in Kevin's membership? Mike says they have programmed them like this, both sides for the black community. Yeah, on both sides, there's a lot of toxicity. It's really sad. Illustrator says 62 years old. Oh, that's funny. He says 62 years old and still trying to figure out the ins and outs of structuring a relationship with a woman. Shut up, dude. Right. Right. It's over. Like they tell us it's over at 30. It's over, dude. Just buy you a dog. But you going to the penitentiary, so whatever. You'll get a boyfriend. It is sad, but to me, he sounds a little bitter that he don't qualify as a high value man. To me, Mike said these women are under deep spells. Yeah, I saw that UK Kev. He said that he's scared of prison. You didn't act like it. I mean, why did you do that? Why did he do that? Those people didn't bother him. And I think what they classify mass shootings with 4 more people injured. I think that's the appropriate qualification for it. Like this is happening so frequently, y'all. This is really sad. Just as I know them incels love to say Sweetum scammers is bringing black men and black women together. Just laughable at best. Right. He's not bringing anybody together. He's not. He's toxic. And like people forget, this man isn't married. Yeah, he's been married before. He's not married today. So he can't even show us what a healthy relationship looks like. He's toxic. He's toxic. Like I can't believe people take him seriously. But you know what? I think it's also like people attracted to numbers, when people see a lot of folks viewing channels. I really think that plays a role. Like people simple, like not y'all. So I don't want to offend anybody, but on the grand scale, a lot of people have this herd mentality. They always want to follow where everyone goes. If you get what I'm trying to say, so I think that's part of it. Oh, Brian Solange. Oh, okay. I've heard of that name. I've heard of that name. Let me find that y'all real quick so I can know, so I can go back and look. So are y'all saying this guy, instead of a real life woman, he settled down with a doll? Okay. I don't subscribe to him. I'm gonna check him out. He done settled down with a doll? That's crazy. Okay, well, the dog, she probably don't talk back. But even Siri and Alexa have bad attitude at times. UK Kev says you can pay World Star Hip Hop to promote your video. I thought so. That's what he was doing. That's exactly what he was doing. So I was like, nobody gonna see this shit. Why is this viral? And even when they were coming on my Kevin Samuels videos, they would be so aggressive, like, what's your age? What's your dress size? You hit the wall, you just mad. I mean, they were just going in on me. They really were. No Name Game Fame Day says Baby O is going to drop a dime on Cass. He bought all those suits and has not taken a photo with Cass. Yep, he is. I can't wait to see it too. I can't wait till he does. And he should, because Cass is a friend to no one. He just all about himself. Oh, so this Brian dude is a straight weirdo with them dogs, but it could always be worse. He could, yeah, at least he got dogs to keep him in check. Okay. So shout out to New Breed. He directed me to your channel. Oh, awesome. I like New Breed. That's cool. Yeah, New Breed's cool to me. I'm glad you like it up here. Dale says, what, Mike? What you mean, what? Dale says she won't talk back. Any disagreements end with her giving him. Exactly. She just giving a silent treatment. So let's see. We're almost done with this man.
Something that can be bigger than Tyler Perry. They can be bigger than TV Jakes if he chose to. If he can, we'll see. We'll see what happens over the next few months. If he doesn't just stagnate into a YouTube producer, doesn't expand out into becoming motivational, for lack of a better term, speaker. So he can sit down and talk directly with Black females and deal with the issues directly in terms of when it comes to getting married, having kids, having a family, being single. He touches all that shit. And they're eating this shit up. They're eating it up. Money in the bank. So that's what I want to say. I mean, there's more to say, but I think I've hit all the main points. I can go into criticism about how he addresses Black women and with his, main point is to Black. Yeah, but I'm not getting just not what this is about. It's just me to give my 2 cents and to jump on the bandwagon with everybody else and talk a little bit about this new superstar of YouTube that everybody's talking about, Kevin Samuels. And so I've done that. So I'm going to cut the video short. Thank you for your time. Take it easy.
Okay, so it's gone. As y'all see, the channel is gone. It says this account has been terminated for violating YouTube's community guidelines. Yeah. So, yeah, it's gone. That's why I said let me connect with y'all sooner rather than later, because when the authorities and everybody else, when the authorities got onto YouTube, it's just a matter of time. Mike Joseph forgot LS. Okay. Just as bigger than Tyler Perry, ain't a fan, but shit's fun. Yeah, it's like he was really that says a lot about him that he think Kevin Samuels is gonna be bigger than Tyler Perry. Lord of mercy. All right. Okay. Sure do. No Name Game Fame Dame says KS fired Bernard Riley, Minister Jap, and Baby O. He hired TLA Dennis and MTR. Yeah, I know Minister Jap is not feeling him these days. So Dang, I didn't know he got rid of Bernard Riley too. But to me, it was telling when KS did not pull up at that meetup because he was in Atlanta. So he really had no excuse. Even if it was just 5 minutes to say, hey, what's up, fella? Something, he could have did that. So to me, that told me all I need to know. And TLA, I don't think TLA is really Manosphere. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Would y'all consider him Manosphere? Just a good thing you got it when you didn't. Yeah, I knew. I said, the popo done got a hold of it. So I like, and let me come. And I had some downtime. So I was like, yeah, let's do it right now. So, yep. Okay. And there's something else I want to show y'all about this guy. And then I'll let y'all do. Let's see if that one. Let me make sure this one. Okay, so this is from the Daily Mail. I thought this was interesting as well. So it says, I'll never return home alive. Chilling YouTube warning from NYC Subway shooting suspect Frank James, posted 3 weeks before he shot 10 on Brooklyn train. As is revealed, he was known to the FBI but slipped through their fingers. Like, yeah, feds violence. Frank James, 62, has been named as a suspect in Tuesday's shooting in Brooklyn, New York. So he's still at large. I think at this moment he still remains at large, despite a multi-state hunt for him that also involves the FBI. He was known to the Bureau. Okay, so I think that's a summary, so may I just read it. But it says he was known to the Bureau and was on a terrorist watch list after an incident in New Mexico in 2019. Dang, a brother on that list? Wow. For weeks before yesterday's shooting, he posted ominous videos on YouTube about race and shootings. On March 20th, he announced he was leaving Wisconsin and would never be back again alive. That's why I feel like he probably gonna, take himself out of here. In a video 2 days before the shooting, he ranted about how Black people were forced into crime. Speaking about gangs, he said, this is what white Bs and white MFers expect you to be. When you blow one of their effing brains out, this is what you ask for. Oh, wow. James pulled out a gas mask on the northbound N train in Brooklyn yesterday, then released a smoke bomb. He then opened fire with a handgun, shooting 10 people before somehow managing to flee. The surveillance cameras inside the station were not working, which has hampered efforts to find him. That is really, the cameras were not working. Wow. That's terrible. The shooting has epitomized the danger of New York City subways, where crime is up by 60%. Crime is up 60%. That's super high. Okay, it's super high. And thank y'all for joining. If y'all are just joining, please hit the like button. We're talking about Frank James, NYC Subway shooter, who is a staunch Kevin Samuels supporter. Yep, he is a die. Oh God, I don't know what happened with that. I'll fix that in a moment. But yeah, he's a staunch Kevin Samuels supporter. Illustrator says, Tyler Perry is another sort of my emasculated man like kids who like to dress up like one. My father cannot stand Tyler Perry. He cannot stand him. Just says, okay, yeah. UK Kev said London bombings, the CCTV weren't working. Isn't that interesting how these things happen? And you would think in 2022 that these agencies, I think like the subway systems are ran by the state or the government, whatever. You would think that would be priority for them to make sure the cameras work, especially like every week. Is a crazy NYC Subway story. Y'all heard about the guy that smeared human waste on a woman? Like, it's always something on there. Always something. Okay, so it says the race-obsessed suspect in Tuesday's horror shooting on the New York City subway posted a terrifying YouTube warning that he was driving from his home in Wisconsin and would never be back again alive 3 weeks before unleashing terror during rush hour. Frank James, 62, remains on the run on Wednesday morning, 24 hours after allegedly opening fire on a packed northbound N train as it approached 36th Street station in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. On Wednesday morning, Mayor Eric Adams officially named James as a suspect, upgrading him from person of interest. Police believe he is the man responsible because his credit card was used to rent the U-Haul that police found a key to in a backpack dumped at the scene that also contained a handgun, 3 extended magazines, fireworks, and firecrackers. Wow. So James lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin until recently, but packed up on March 20 and left the state. He drove south, first through Illinois, then to Philadelphia, where he picked up the U-Haul van that he brought to New York City. It has now emerged that he was known to the FBI and was questioned in 2019 in New Mexico, though it is not yet clear why. He was cleared but was entered into the state's Guardian Lead system. The Guardian program is the Bureau's terrorist threat and suspicious incident tracking system. Okay, so remember, this is one of Kevin Samuel's biggest fans. Excuse me. Despite being on that list, James was unimpeded as he relentlessly uploaded hate speech filled clips on YouTube about how oppressed, excuse me, hold on, let me get this together, about how oppressed Black people were and how Black and white people should have no contact for weeks before Tuesday's attack. Okay. But YouTube just let people say whatever, it seems like. It really does. He also posted worrying memes about guns, bullets, and 911 on Facebook, but none were picked up by police. Social media seems to be very reactive instead of proactive. In the March 20th video titled Stop One Complete, he gave an ominous warning about his plans. Speaking from the driver's seat of a rented van, he said, "As I leave the state of Wisconsin, about to be back in the state of Illinois, all I can say is good riddance. I will never be back again alive to that MFer." Let's see, maybe it'll play.
Hey ladies, we are giving out.
I don't know if it's pulling from YouTube. Y'all don't like Tyler Perry. Just says now that he also don't make movies and shows for men. He got a show called Bruh. Oh wow. You know what? Tyler Perry, that movie he did, Temptation, with Janae Smollett. I don't know how you pronounce her name. Jussie's sister, Janae. The guy, y'all recall, oh, hold on, it's playing. Let's see.
My bags, that packed everything yesterday. Again, you back here with proper doom, and yes, I am driving. I am driving because I started my trip early. I'm on my way to Philadelphia. I packed my bags, I packed everything yesterday. Got everything, I decided to get everything out of my storage. What the f*** stick around here for the Monday? It didn't make no sense. And so I got up, even though it was rainy and shit, went over to my storage unit, loaded that up, and then finished my apartment off this morning, and I'm on my way to Philadelphia. And I should be there. I'm gonna take my time though. I'm not gonna try to, because like I said, I don't know how good these no-dos work, but I'm going to, I think I'm gonna stop at somewhere like Fort Wayne or something like that, and lay over for a little while. I'm not gonna push it. I'm not gonna push it. So this is the first leg of my trip. I don't know how long it's gonna take. It's been a long time since I've had to drive this far, and so We're going to find out, though. We're going to find out if all my Instacart driving paid off or what. We're definitely going to find the out. And so as I leave the state of Wisconsin, about to be back in the state of Illinois, all I can say is good riddance. And I will never be back again alive to that motherfucker. You can keep that shit. But like I said, though, a ghetto is a ghetto. You see one ghetto, you see them all. Doesn't matter. So that's all I can really say about that. But damn, I'm yawning already. I just started yawning. I figure if I talk to you guys, make things easier, but I don't know. Might be making things worse. But
Okay, so he's not really, I don't know, I mean, he was kind of ranting.
just so I can focus on my driving, I'm not used to this driving and recording. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short, and I'll talk to you possibly when I make my next stop.
Got no still pictures. Okay, so he said he's never going back to Wisconsin. Okay, that's a long drive from Wisconsin to Pennsylvania, then to New York. And they said he rented the U-Haul 5 miles from the subway where the attack unfolded. And these are some of his mug shots throughout the years. So I guess this is him from yesterday. Yeah, so Frank Robert James, he says he's 62. They're saying 61, but he said with ties to NYC, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Ohio. Wow. And I hope everyone, survives the injuries. I think they are going to. Y'all know some of their Crime Stoppers. Okay. So basically, they're just transcribing here what he told us in that video. He was drinking white rum and finished the bottle. Oh, wow. He said, why should an N-word be on this planet besides to pick tobacco or sugar plant? There's no natural reason for there to be such a thing as an American Negro. What the hell? African American. There's no reason for it except for you to be a slave. This is your rightful place. It always will be until you build a black state of Israel, which you don't want. You want to send your ass in the ghetto and play. Wow.
Hey, ladies.
Okay, let's see what y'all saying. Oh, so you said it shows on the streaming service here on BT? What I was saying, well, I can do it. Remind me after the ad, tell you about temptation.
It's a shame that I don't even know how to say this shit. It's almost you have to be a part of a gang. You have to click. Everybody's clicking. Everybody's gang bang. Everybody's part of a gang. You're not. You're by yourself. Nobody has your back. How the fuck is that going to work? It can't work. Your parents can't help you. Nobody can do shit for you. Everybody's clicked up but you. How's that going to work? This is the area you live in. This is the environment that you exist in. Right? And so it's not hard to understand why kids want to. It makes almost even makes sense. I think it does make sense that you want to be a part of a gang.
You want to be part of somebody, so somebody can have your back. Because if you by yourself, then of course you that's how Hassan Campbell said, you're a fool. They're going to feed on you. But if you got people to have your back, then that may not be.
Okay, he a Hassan Campbell fan. Hassan.
Of course, that's something it's less possible for motherfuckers to feed them and to attack you. Only makes sense. So when you're raising children in these areas, you know, you can't tell how do you sound? You can't do shit for them if they're out there and they're in a fucked up situation and, you know, the motherfucker jumping on them, whatever the case may be. And so I have to agree with Tommy Sotomayor on this, and I don't agree with Tommy on many things. But he's something once in a while he has, you know, an epiphany. He says something that makes sense, and he talks about the situation of having babies in an area that you know that's crime, drug, and gang infested. You know, they're going to get involved. You know, or possibly get involved with this. And again, it only makes sense. If people know you're connected, like what's that? Ice Cube said. He said on his rap songs. Yeah, and I'm connected, and ain't no singing on this record. I'm connected. That means he's part of a gang.
What the fuck is he talking about? Oh my God. I don't even know what he's even going on about right now. Illustrator says, funny how the news still gives us grainy video footage when kinds of things like this happen. You would think that there would be a much clearer video out there somewhere in 2020. Good point. Yeah, that is suspect. Just said sound like homeboy put on the run for a minute. The feds was already watching. Yeah. It seems. I wonder, does he really have like a a stable home, or he just live out the U-Haul? The illustrator says the news is always giving us grainy video footage whenever these types of events happen. It's like they're purposely hiding something from the general public. Yeah, it does seem like that because, like, we have 1080, 4K. I think there's even some higher than 4K. All these great cameras, but yet it looks like we're still in 1989 when they show their footage. Yardley says most Black women after 30 years old watch the okay, Yardley. Yeah, I know. No name game fame Dane says Frank James looked like Red Supreme's father. That's another one. Like, what is his deal? All he do is harass Cynthia G and tell Black women how. I just don't understand. Like, see, Cynthia G ain't worried about him, but that's all he do. He just like Kevin too. Just said, knowing he a Thigh Son and Crispy fan, I'm assuming Charles is. I can't wait to see. I'll have to check to see if Hassan spoke on this. I'm sure he has since he is in New York. Let's see. They said the suspect shooter posted this image of a man holding a gun with blood stain on his shirt on April 3rd, 9 days before the attack. Wow, that dude was damn. Nothing says F you better than some of these. F you, wow. James posted on Facebook about shootings and wanting to take people out. That's from August 2020. So he been thinking like this. In August 2020, James posted this photograph of Kyle Rittenhouse with the title "And a Child Shall Lead Them." Rittenhouse was acquitted of charges after a highly publicized trial. Yeah, I mean, we could say a lot about that. This kid right here is a piece of shit. Oh, let me keep going. James, in one of his many Facebook posts, he remains at large. I survived 2020 once. I can do it again. Oh, look, he got an MD 2020. Yeah, he looked old. I mean, to me, he looks older than 62. Because I don't necessarily consider 62 old, but like this guy was able to do that and just get away with no one stopping him or no one. Yeah, it does seem suspicious, y'all. Okay, so this is Facebook page. He had a skull face covering and a celebrate 62nd birthday. That's a pitiful looking piece of cake. Okay. He was drinking white overproof rum and talking about race. He ranted about how Black people in America were destined to be slaves and could not escape the ghetto while showing clips from documentaries about gangs. I don't know if there's anything else in this gallery. Okay. Yeah, it does seem interesting that an old ass man was able to do all this. Oh goodness. Okay, I'm not gonna share them all that. Okay, that is interesting. So we definitely gonna follow this story. No Name Game Fame says, let's see if Baby O and Bernard Riley talk about this Frank James topic. Let's see. Yes, I'm curious to see if they will. Just says, I know Doggy Diamonds, a Brooklynite, already spoke on this. I'm for sure by son on this story. Okay, I bet. Yeah, I know her son normally on top of everything, so he probably already said something about it. Yeah, it's sad though that we have to live in a world with people like this. Yeah, he did it 12 hours ago. So I have to check that out. Hassan Campbell. He talked about it 12 hours ago on his live. You know, where people mad at the world, mad at their circumstance, and take it out on innocent people. It's so sad. So I hope they catch this guy soon. That's all I have for y'all today. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate y'all. Be sure to hit that like on your way out. If you're watching this via replay, leave your comments below, subscribe, share all that good stuff. So thank you, Just Chilling. Thank you, No Name Game Fame Dame. Yardley, thank you, even though you being a little messy. Thank you, the illustrator, Dale Rick North, thank you, UK Kev, Mike Joseph. Let's see who else. I know, what was it? Black Male Advice TV, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate y'all. I feel like there was someone else. Oh yeah, Always Leveling Up. Thanks for stopping by. I'll say Mike Joseph. Baby O equal of Shortian. Yep. That's what we talking about. Of Shortian. The illustrator said, remember the shooter from years ago who was in a picture with Professor Griff? Oh no, illustrator. I have to research that. I don't remember. But like I said, I want to kind of stay on top of this to see how this plays out. I imagine that he's not going to be apprehended living, but we'll see. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Have a good rest of your day. And to the next one later, y'all have a good one. Take care, Mike, everybody. Appreciate y'all.